Today I've got 31 NBA franchises on a map, but each team is in their prime. Now, for those of you who've been around my channel for a minute, you know I've made, a couple in their prime themed videos. It can mean a few different things, but in today's case, it basically just means the best single season version of every franchise. For example, Denver won their first ring in team history last season, so that's obviously the prime of the Nuggets franchise. That same logic can be applied to Cleveland and the 16 Cavs, or Toronto and the 19 Raps, while even some storied franchises are obvious. The 72-10 Chicago Bulls come to mind. In the end, I'm sure there's going to be some debate on the teams I chose. We'll get to them all, but let's get started, shall we? And let's get to it with the first spin of our video. Who is our first attacking team? We're going to Florida, baby. Do the Orlando Magic play the Miami Heat, or do they go out of state and start us, northeast? Only one team makes sense northeast of Orlando, and that's into Atlanta Hawks territory. Sure, why not? For the Orlando Magic franchise, I did choose the 1995 squad. Shaquille O'Neal was young. Penny Hardaway was young. They're both elite. Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, Horace Grant. That's a really solid starting five. While for the Hawks, I would have gone with like a Dominique-led team, but none of them are very good on paper. The 2010 Hawks, though, again, speaking of a really strong starting five, this could be an underrated gem in this video. Yes, sir, baby. Did I call it, or did I call it? The 2010 Hawks are up 3, under a minute left. I probably let the sim go on a bit too long, but Orlando, they still have a chance. They'll probably go for a 2 here. Okay, never mind. Penny is pulling the ball to dribble. Why would he shoot that? What was he thinking? Why did it go in? Okay, Jamal Crawford on the other end of the Hawks go for a 2-for-1. Jamal drawing free throws. In the clutch, Jamal Crawford hit both free throws. It was kind of a dumb foul, but whatever. Does Orlando have more magic? Pun intended. No, Josh Smith on the block. Right out the gates, a ferocious finish to that game. The 2010 Hawks shot so poorly. Orlando nearly pulled it off in the end. Oh, and very quickly, I should point out the 2010 Hawks, is that the best version of Atlanta's franchise ever? No, they won a championship way back in the 50s. But for some teams like Atlanta, I went with a team that I thought would be competitive, would be fun in 2K in this video. So yeah, it worked so far. It's actually funny we got Atlanta already. They were one of the hardest teams for me to choose. I could have gone with that 2015 60-win team, but anyways, I think we made the right call. And in addition to overtaking land, which you just saw, every single winning team gets an upgrade to add one player from their all-time team roster on 2K24. It could be a current day player, but most likely a legend. And in this case, the 2010 Atlanta Hawks get to add Dominique Wilkins. Yeah, winning games, very important in this video. And with that, I think we've got all the business, all the nuances of this video out of the way. We're gonna have some fun. Philly, baby. Who did I choose for? Oh yeah, Philly's got a good team. All right, I can't wait to see for you guys to see it. All right, Northeast again. Philadelphia going directly into Brooklyn Nets territory. I love it. For Philadelphia, I chose the 1985 Sixers. This one also might be controversial. They won a chip in '83, but 2 years later, they had the same core and they added Charles Barkley. Like, come on, I had to use this roster. Well, for the Nets franchise, I decided not to use a Jason Kidd finals appearing team. I've got the 2021 Nets. What if Kevin Durant's foot was like half a size smaller? They might have won a ring. Let's give them a shot at redemption here. I might have done something. Brad, I might have done something with this 2021 Nets team. They just smoked the Sixers. Yeah, I'm sorry, Philly fans. I don't know what to say. Oh my word, KD. Yeah, my guy might be on a mission. 51 points. Okay. Today, an experiment. The camera hidden in the grass represents underdog fantasy, while the approaching beast represents the avid sports fan. Wait, no, that's dog. She just cannot play along. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. Because the camera represents underdog. Winnie was the avid sports fan. That's clever. Yep, she couldn't get enough.
Are you stupid?
Shout out to my friends at Underdog Fantasy, the real MVP of the basketball season, for sponsoring this video. Like that weird guy earlier referenced, Underdog is truly the best place for any avid sports fan. From personal experience, let me tell you, nothing ratchets up the intensity of watching any random NBA game like putting together a pick'em entry on Underdog. For example, at the time of this recording, I could have picked the higher on Pascal Siakam points, the lower on Scottie Barnes assists, and the higher on Victor points, just to add some zest to watching Raptors Spurs. An awesome feature on Underdog I'll show here, I could also ensure that pick'em entry, meaning if I went 2 for 3 on predictions, I'd still walk away a winner. winner. Right now, new customers on Underdog get their first deposit matched up to $500, and ahead of the Week 10 NFL Thursday Nighter, a Bryce Young mystery pick'em special. There has never been a better time to sign up for Underdog Fantasy than right now. Use my code JAYCAN, that's JAYCAN, link is down below. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, the team that gets spun for and does the attacking, they go on the road because they're moving into a new territory to attack. I think that makes sense. And to pour salt into the wound, I put young Dr. J from the all-time Nets team onto this 2021 Brooklyn squad. That is so much talent. 2 teams down, plenty more to go. We got to get rolling here. Oh, another banger. The New York Knicks. Wow, we might get the Nets again. Don't let the Nets get 2 upgrades before anyone else even plays a game. This is a weird one, but southwest of where I have the Knicks logo in New York is into Toronto Raptors territory. Sure, let's go with it. I feel like we're getting all my controversial choices right away. I didn't go with the 1970s championship winning Knicks or the Patrick Ewing Knicks. Nah, the 2012 version with Melo. This roster looks so good. I need to see them in action. While our first definitely no debate team, you can't argue with me on this one. The 2019 Raps led by Kawhi, Pascal, Kyle Lowry. This team goes so deep. They're the heavy favorite for sure in this matchup. I risked the entire state of New York getting mad at me for choosing the wrong Knicks team by placing my faith in Carmelo Anthony against Kawhi Leonard. New York held tight. Really, Mike D'Antoni led a team that scored 80 points but played elite defense. I don't think so, personally. Actually, it might have been Mike Woodson coaching by this point. Dang it, dude. New York fans are going to be mad at me now. I shouldn't have chose this 2012 team. What are you doing, Jeremy Lin? Toronto overtakes most of New York State and adds Vince Carter to the fold, while the Charlotte Hornets were up next, heading west into Memphis. I chose the 1998 Charlotte Hornets to represent the franchise, a really fun team with Glenn Rice, Vlade Divac, Anthony Mason, Del Curry. Yeah, I like it. While for Memphis, it's the 2013 Grit and Grind Grizzlies led by Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Zebo, Rudy Gay still there, Tony Allen, Tayshaun Prince. All right. I feel like Charlotte never performs well in these vids, so I was truly shocked at this result. What? Yo, Hornets. Okay. I kind of like that. I'm kind of pulling for Charlotte for some reason. Charlotte adds a much needed point guard to their lineup in Kemba Walker, while the wheel would send us into a heavyweight tilt. Spurs, Mavericks, most of Texas on the line. Always a super tough call which prime version of the Spurs to use, but I lean 2005 as their best roster, at least on paper. I mean, they're stacked. While the Mavs, another no-brainer team. Remember their super team that beat LeBron and anyways, nobody choked there. Dirk, Terry, Marion, Chandler, they're very nice. Dude, you've got to be kidding me right now. It's not even a clutch finish. I know these Mavs are shockingly great in 2K, but Tim Duncan, what? Wow, if the 2011 Mavs can get 34 points from Caron Butler, in addition to everything Dirk's gonna do, yeah, they might make a run. Dallas makes the first move in Texas. They add Luka Doncic, nice, while the wheel would set up a battle between teams we've already seen. Nets, Raptors, what in the world? Super crazy, we've already gotten this matchup. Dr. J in the 2021 Nets lineup, Vince in the 19 Raps. Come on, dude, don't let me down. Make this a good game. Oh my word, and they did not let me down. This is a great game, but Brooklyn is up 3, just under a minute left. They've gone on the road into a different country and might be, well, it's not really an upset. That's what I was gonna say. Either team is great. Good defense. Kawhi clamping that fraud, Dr. J. The luxury to be able to kick it out to prime Vince Carter. Here he goes working on James Harden. That's a clean look. I like it, Vince. No, he bricked it. That was a great look. That was an absolute battle. Brooklyn once again lethal from deep. Toronto just couldn't keep up. Brooklyn now the undisputed king of New York. They add prime Jason Kidd, and the wheel would start us on a journey to find the king of LA. The Lakers traveling to Phoenix for their debut. All right. I know it feels sacrilegious not to have a Kobe Shaq team representing the prime Lakers, but look at this 1987 roster. Magic, Kareem, Worthy. They are so good. And equally as possibly shocking, I don't have the Steve Nash Suns in here. Nah, we're going with Charles Barkley and the 93 finals appearing team. They are also pretty stingy on paper, I can't lie. All the Lakers have to do is win 1 game. We can add Kobe or Shaq to the lineup, win 2, and we've got both of them here. It's all good. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, might not be all good. The Lakers are up 2. 1 bucket here. They could possibly put this game away. It's fine. Michael Cooper pulling it. He missed it. In terms of an overall roster, this 87 Lakers washes any of the Shaq Kobe versions in the game, but maybe I should have just, oh my gosh, Dan Marley wide open. He missed it. Chuck's on the glass, so go back up with the Chuck. He does, and he makes it. Tie game. Magic, Kareem come up with a What? No way. No way. Dude, if the Suns win this game right here, right now, if it goes to OT, like, that's one thing. But if they can set up a game winner, Kevin Johnson, Mark West. What? All right, fellas, both teams had a chance in regulation. I fear both teams choked. I can't lie. We're here now. The Suns up 2. Magic finally getting involved. What? How did he miss that? He grabs his own board. Thank goodness. Not their freaking 72 overall center shooting a mid-range. There you go, Chuck. MVP Charles Barkley working inside. Tough. Okay, AC Green redeems himself with a stop. Now do the Lakers have a clutch finish in them? They couldn't figure it out in regulation. Just don't take an offensive foul. All right, into the post. Magic mismatch on Dan Marley. Pump fake. He's got him in the air. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful, man. I'm at a loss for words. Great post move, Magic. 4 seconds left, though. The Suns have a shot. Tom Chambers looking off Charles Barkley, and he makes it to tie the game. Are you kidding me, dude? I cannot believe this. Easily the game of the we're not going to get a better game than this. Suns are now up 4, though. I skipped ahead. Double OT. The Lakers got to make it happen right here. They need a bucket. Go to Magic in the post. Yeah, it's so easy. You couldn't possibly screw this up. Magic with the shot. Magic wants to get out of here. The 1987 Lakers, one of the greatest teams ever assembled, much better than the 93 Suns here on 2K on paper. They couldn't execute in regulation. They couldn't finish in OT, and now they're about to take an L. I mean, I don't even feel bad for them. I do kind of feel bad for myself, though. Lakers fans, please don't click off this video. It's okay. MVP Chuck, 29-11 to lead the way. You love to see it. I've learned my lesson about not choosing a Kobe Shaq Lakers team. Man, the Suns had Steve Nash, the wheel spun the Heat, and the compass would send them west all the way into Houston. The 2013 Miami Heat led by LeBron, D. Wade, Chris Bosh, kind of fortunate to avoid having played Atlanta, who of course already has an upgrade. While for the Rockets, easy choice, 1995, their second championship season, because in addition to Hakeem, they still had a pretty nice Clyde Drexler. Yeah, good squad here. Oh, come on. No. Nah, I lost Lakers fans and then Heat bronzexual fans in 2 games. Why is this happening? D. Wade had 30, LeBron had 30, Chris Bosh had 20 and 10, but they just, what? The Rockets eliminated LeBron and added Moses Malone to boot. Wow, the wheel put the Suns back up, looking to fully invade Los Angeles. Can the 2014 Lob City Clippers, led by Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, do what the Lakers couldn't do and beat those Suns? Oh my gosh, bruh, the Phoenix Suns, they are going to be this team in this video. Charles Barkley is not on the floor right now, and it doesn't matter. Oliver Miller inside. Chris Paul in the corner. Yes, Steve Nash added to this 93 Sun squad. He's not playing any defense. Whoa, what a pass by Chris Paul. Okay, that was sick. Steve going to the rim on Blake. That's tough, and he misses. Blake Griffin mismatch on Steve Nash. He's inside. Oh, no. No, Blake. Oh, my gosh, he kicks it out. Jamal Crawford is wide open. He misses. DeAndre on the glass. Oh, my word. 8 seconds left. There is no breaks in this game. Blake Griffin could have just done a layup over Steve. He doesn't. Jamal Crawford, though. A game winner? Oh, my gosh. With the Gatorade icon. That game was insane. The Suns beat the Lakers in a wild clutch finish, then lose to the Clippers in a wild clutch finish. Okay, then. And we've officially eliminated about 1/3 of the teams on our map. We're gonna get Milwaukee. Oh yeah, that's a good Milwaukee team. All these teams are good, duh. But anyways, southeast from Milwaukee, they narrowly avoid the Chicago Bulls, which is probably lucky for them. They'll take on the Pacers. It's always a tough call whether to use the 2021 Bucks or the Kareem Bucks that won a title back in the 70s. I went with the more current squad: Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez from 2021. While for the Pacers, we've got the 2006 version of their team post Malice at the Palace, when Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest were in their prime. Reggie Miller was old, but still pretty good. This is a dope roster, but not dope enough, as Giannis put up 37 and 17 in a Milwaukee win. They add the aforementioned Kareem. Oh boy. Houston was up for their second appearance, heading east into New Orleans, where they're gonna find the 2008 New Orleans Hornets before they change their name to the Pelicans. Obviously, Chris Paul in his 3rd season, low-key robbed of MVP by Kobe. A really solid roster, I can't lie. Unfortunately, having added Moses Malone next to Hakeem, yeah, the Rockets dominate. They'd only get better too, adding prime James Harden. Speaking of whom, the wheel gave us Brooklyn again, and oh no, we might lose another LeBron squad. Like I mentioned in the intro, the Cavs an easy choice 2016 with LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love. I mean, they look great on paper, but a horrible matchup for their debut. People often comment saying I should go through teams in these videos alphabetically instead of randomly, because we get teams having having insane upgrades. But that's part of the fun of these videos, in my opinion. It's all random. I'm not controlling it. It's just how the wheel spins. And this, my friends, is proof of what I'm talking about. This is why we don't need to change anything. Look at this. Anything can happen in a one-game sim. The 2021 Nets, with all these upgrades, just they're folding. Durant working in the post. He's going to find prime Dr. J. Another wide open look, but he missed it. Okay. You don't need to foul right here. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. Why did they foul before? I don't know. Why are you leaving Kyrie wide open? And this is why matchups and all that doesn't matter in a one-game simulation on 2K. Anything can happen. Kyrie, LeBron go game 5, Golden State matching 40-point games. Yo, the Cavs take a surprising stranglehold on the Northeast. They add Mark Price. The wheel would send us back west. Utah heading into Mavericks territory. As per usual, we had to go with the 1998 Utah Jazz, the peak of their franchise. Man, is it ever going to get better than that? Stockton, Malone, Hornacek. Well, it's not going to get better here in this video. Dallas, having added Luka to the 2011 Mavs, they're pretty good. What do you want from them? The Mavs all-time team is pretty mid. They add Roy Tarpley, while the wheel set up another battle of teams we've seen. Cavs, Hornets. And suddenly I'm very conflicted. I'm a LeBron stan. I have this jersey on my wall, but the Hornets, man, I want to see them thrive. I like this team. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm going to have to wait to see whose bandwagon I'm jumping on, because this is a 4-point game. And the Cavs have an insane lineup out here. 4 point guards. LeBron is at center. That's not smart. I mean, Vlade should be able to defend LeBron in the post. This is not smart. Mark Price inside. That's great defense. Mark Price, the legend, added though with a tough finish. The Cavs now have a logical 5-man unit out there. If Glenn Rice or Del Curry can hit a 3 though, Glenn, that was a pretty good look. Cleveland continues to see their region expand. Brad Daugherty added to the roster. Denver would finally make their debut in the video, traveling to take on the Clippers. As I mentioned in the intro, no brainer to go with the 2023 Nuggets. Bruce Brown, he's now gone, obviously. I could have used their current day team, but this roster I've assembled did win a championship together. Oh my word. And despite the Clippers, the 2014 Clippers, who already were a unit, adding Kawhi, we've still got a potential upset. Yo, randomization of this video, it is fun. All right, I stand by it. Kawhi on the step back, he's got it, baby. They can start accruing upgrades. It is a beautiful thing. I love it, man. Jokic inside working. DeAndre Jordan, what are you doing, DeAndre? Jamal Murray, of course, made both his free throws. The Clippers are out of timeouts. There's 27 seconds left. Chris doing a lot of dribbling here. My guy, okay, now you need a 3. If you shoot a 3, okay, Kawhi, I feel you, dog. He missed. And Jokic, of course, grabs the board. That's game. The Suns beat the Lakers, the Clippers beat the Suns, and now the Nuggets beat the Clippers to take over LA. Wow. So much flip-flopping there on the West Coast. We have still so many teams we haven't seen yet, including Boston. We're basically at the exact halfway point of all our teams this entire video. Boston, yeah, I knew where this one was heading right away. Boston, Cleveland, let's do it. Another controversial choice. I'm going with the 08 Celtics for the prime of Boston. Of course, the 86 team was in consideration, or Bill Russell, but look at this team on paper. They are so great, but I fear it might not matter either way. The 2016 Cavs with Mark Price and Brad Daugherty, yeah, they're a buzzsaw. And you know what? Boston, to their credit, the 08 Celtics got that championship. What did I just see? Oh my gosh, a 27-12 fourth quarter run, and they're in this game? Nah, because when I started talking there just a few seconds ago, I was about to sum up the game, you know, the Celtics lost, and they just came back right before my very eyes. I don't even know what to say, brother. KG working on Braun, bricked it. Okay, yeah, LeBron, you survived that one. I don't even know if that was Tony Allen. It doesn't matter. Paul Pierce in transition over bro, both these teams suck. I don't know what I'm watching right here. Kyrie with the okay, Kyrie finally hits a shot. This was super ugly. An unexpectedly close game. Boston, shout out to them. They got that championship. DNA did make a comeback, but it wasn't enough. The Cavs, another dub. They add Donovan Mitchell. Finally, we get some Pacific Northwest action with Sacramento traveling to Portland. I had the infamous O2 Kings taking on the 1988 Blazers. Possibly a strange choice, but their roster is nasty. However, with the game on the line, Kevin Duckworth smoked a layup and Sac survived. They'd add prime Oscar Robertson, while up next, OKC and Minnesota would debut. Of course, we had to roll with the 2012 Thunder, as well MVP KG's 04 T-Wolves. This game had an insane finish with OKC down 3 late. James Harden, do something, brother. A contested 3. And oh, James Harden. Nah, we never doubted. We never doubted, James. You got this, bruh. The game would eventually go to double OT, where Minnesota needed a clutch hoop of their own. It's going to be a contested Kevin Garnett. What? This is so ugly, the court spacing. All right, Latrell Sprewell. You probably want to shoot a three, brother. He does not. He misses either way. Finally. Yeah, I was ready for that game to end. OKC adds all-time Paul George, while the wheel would set us up with a Texas battle to the death. A super disappointing letdown of a game. Yeah, Houston handled business. They'd take over a whole lot of land. As a result, they'd add T-Mac. The wheel would set up Bucks Pistons. I had to roll with the 89 championship crew. They kept it close. I mean, a 5-point loss isn't bad, but it's still an L for Detroit. The Bucks get slightly past his prime Oscar, while at long last, the Warriors joined the vid, traveling to Denver, and of course, I chose the 2017 crew as Golden State's prime. Oh, wow. The Nuggets are for real. The Nuggets are for real. I mean, I hope they would be. They added Carmelo Anthony to a championship team. A 7-point win, sure. Denver added yet another legend, David Thompson. The Hawks finally returned to the video. Yeah, and they got smoked. Houston is amazing. What do you want from me? Cleveland was also building something, as we know, so when I saw a matchup between them and the 07 Wizards, bro, if this is a close game against the Cavs with all their upgrades, I might just throw my PS5 out the window. And thankfully, she's safe for now. I'll wait until the next time I get shocked. Okay, good win, Cavs. It's all Cavs on the East Coast, baby. They add Big Z after spinning for Denver. They'd narrowly miss Houston territory, would take on Sacramento, and yeah, the 2023 Nuggets with their upgrades, I guess they're formidable. Denver now owns the West Coast, but we'd swing back east for them Cavs, sending them into a matchup with Kareem, Oscar, and the 2021 Bucks, a truly epic battle. LeBron and the Cavs need good possessions right here. Kyrie wide open. That is beautiful offense, and his feet were behind the line. I think Cleveland's gonna foul here. We know. I'm not gonna complain. We know. Wait a minute. They're not fouling. LeBron could force a turnover, but he forces the miss. Okay. Giannis with the miss. Oh my word. Did the Cavs go for three? Okay, they don't. Kyrie's wide open. That's a good shot. He's wide open. The Cavs fouled. Big O missed a free throw. It's a 2-point game. Kyrie is not on the court for some reason. LeBron, though, taking over for two. He left 6 seconds on the clock, though. No timeouts for Milwaukee. Giannis has a step, and he scored. What? Kevin Love, why were you not back? That's going to be game. LeBron from full court. He hit it. Wait, point one. He didn't get it off. What? All right, man. Game of the year. It's not getting better than that. Two heavyweights going at it in the clutch. Nearly a miracle finish for Cleveland. But in this case, nearly means nothing. Bucks win, take over all that space. They'd add Sidney Moncrief, and we had just 6 teams left. The Nuggets would get spun for, and they'd finally drag Seattle into the mix. I was so excited to include both the Sonics and Thunder in this video. Seattle 1996. I mean, they're a cool team, but at this point, they are up against it, to say the least. Yeah. This was another one of these games. If Seattle had somehow simulated to being a close finish or even winning, I mean, PS5 would have been out the window. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Shout out to the glove, Gary Payton, 25 points. I wish he got in this video earlier. I do, but that does not mean I'm changing how we make these entire videos. All right, it's just bad luck, Seattle. Blame the wheel, not me. I hate you so much. It's the Nuggets world we're all just living in. This was their updated roster with all upgrades, and with just 5 teams left, the wheel would give us Houston, sending them northeast into Milwaukee Bucks territory. Man alive, each of these matchups are bangers, dude. Houston, Milwaukee both have a bunch of upgrades. I do think home court advantage for the Bucks could come in handy here. Oh my goodness, reverse Uno card. Look at the fourth quarter scoreboard. Oh my gosh, a 9-point. I was ready to jump into clutch finish. Houston outscored them 36-22. Wow, what a fourth. T-Mac, Harden, Drexler, all mid-20s in points. Hakeem, Moses, monster double-doubles. This is an absolute unit. I was fully expecting a clutch finish the way that sim was going, and man, Houston just dominated the fourth. That is crazy. They take over all that space. Look at all the red on our map. And the Houston Rockets, with all their upgrades, now add Yao Ming. Yeah, why not another Hall of Fame big? Just 4 teams left on our map. 1 team, 1 player, 1 man we haven't seen in this video, and we will continue to not see him. I don't know why I'm pretending like you guys can't also see the map and see which team we haven't anyways, dude, we just got Northwest on the compass. There is no team northwest of the Nuggets anymore, unless you consider, oh my gosh, yeah, it is. Nuggets, Rockets. What? I'm actually rattled. I am actually rattled. This should be the final. If we're being honest, these are the 2 best teams. They've accrued the most upgrades, won the most games. I can't believe one of them's about to lose, but that's the way it goes. If this isn't a clutch finish, bruh, this has got to be 2 heavyweights, man. Well, I wish I had better news to report, ladies and gentlemen. Good thing I didn't threaten to throw my PS5 out the window if it wasn't a clutch finish, because what am I seeing? The Rockets. I mean, they had home court advantage. I guess that helps. That wasn't even close. And once again, they hit like a Mario Kart rainbow strip in the fourth quarter, beat the Nuggets by 8. That was the difference. And I think all them Hall of Fame bigs on Houston were able to stifle Nikola Jokic, only 14 points. T-Mac leading the way, 36 in 31 minutes. Man, Houston's about to win this whole thing. I hate for these videos to be anticlimactic, and I don't want to just boldly declare it's over, but I mean, look at this. Houston, they've accrued so many upgrades. Denver had 2, and yet they couldn't put up a fight. There's just no chance the OKC Thunder with just 1 upgrade, or the Chicago Bulls, who have not been in this video yet. Freaking guys. The best bet would be for Chicago and OKC to play here. Yeah? Okay, you know what? The arrow was pointing southwest. Maybe not quite to this degree, but it was pointing southwest. Okay, we're gonna do it. Chicago, OKC. It needed to happen. I can't believe it's taken this long to get to them, but yes, the Chicago Bulls in their prime, 1996. MJ, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc. Have you ever heard of this team? And at the very least, either the 96 Bulls plus an upgrade or the OKC 2012 Thunder plus another upgrade. They might be a bit more equipped to face the Rockets in the fight. I don't know, dude. Oh my gosh. This is a blowout. Dude, really? The 2012 Thunder, they kind of came back. With Paul George, all-time version. Nah, the Bulls? Really? MJ, he's just that guy? 24 points. He didn't even play good. Nah, this simulation is dumb. No shot MJ and the Bulls are just walking in this video and gonna do something miraculous. Oh, and the worst part is now our entire map is red. That won't do. Yeah, there we go. A super ugly yellow from that old-time Rockets logo just to rub in how dominant they've been. Final wheel spin of the video. Whoever this lands on gets home court advantage in our final. And yeah, it kind of makes sense. Houston, they've been pretty good. And our final look at the in their prime Houston Rockets. Hakeem Olajuwon. They've added Moses Malone, James Harden, Tracy McGrady, Yao Ming, Calvin Murphy, Elvin Hayes. Yeah, that's a squad. While the 1996 Chicago Bulls in their prime, hopefully Michael Jordan, I don't know, stole some Monstar powers or something. Scottie Pippen. They've added Derrick Rose. That's kind of helpful. This is going to be a blowout, isn't it? My expectations for this final game were understandably low. I was preparing myself for the worst case scenario. However, no, the Bulls were leading most of this game. Houston's taking control. What? 2K? How? Oh my gosh. Hold on. No. This is a single digits game with just under 3 minutes left. All right. It doesn't look good for Chicago, but I'm giving them a chance here. Sometimes when we jump in these games, things get crazy. T-Mac pulling from T-Mac missed. Yeah, it's there for you, Chicago. They low-key choked this game away, but I don't even know. Like, how did they have a lead at any point? I don't understand. MJ, what? 2 minutes left. You got to string together stops, but more importantly, scores. No. James, no. What? No, James. You're down 13 now, Mike. All right. Come on. Derrick Rose isn't on the court. What? Phil Jackson's on fraud watch. That's it. Michael Jordan is. That's what. Okay, Mike hit it. If he's still in this game, fair enough. The Rockets are so good, so deep. Although James Harden is taking like every shot. I don't know, James. Maybe get like T-Mac. Never mind. T-Mac wants to. I think this game might be over. No. I mean, it was close for a hot second there, wasn't it? I got my hopes up. We might have a clutch finish, but this is what happens when, I guess it's what happens when I don't have teams involved earlier in the video. Maybe the comments are right. Houston played too many games, had simply too many upgrades. The Chicago Bulls entered this video way too late as Houston gathered up upgrades and indeed are the champs of NBA Imperialism. Teams in their prime, and low-key, they didn't even break a sweat doing it. Let me know down below what you guys thought of the video. As usual, so much fun to record. A bit anticlimactic, but man, we had some epic battles, epic games in that video. Drop a thumbs up. Yeah, subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff.